Hello and welcome to Tina and Karen do the tube. I am Karen.
This is Tina back from vacation.
Yeah, Algeria. How was it?
That seems to be everyone's question.
Well, what did? Do you think that they're going to ask you something else? Like, I don't know, how's your sister doing? Like,
No,
you just come back from a foreign country. They're going to be interested in knowing how that country was. It's not that shocking. Come on.
I know, I
But
know,
you're probably sick of answering the question. I bet.
but it's like the tone. It's the tone of the question.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
wait. What was the tone of how I said it?
it's usually like, so Algeria, how was it? Or kind of like,
No, no, not at all. I mean, wait, is that like a skepticism? Like it was bad, and I'm waiting to hear that it was actually good.
no, it's usually like a confusing tone.
It is an interesting choice, wouldn't you
Yeah,
say?
yeah.
What
I
made
wanted
you
to pick
decide?
something
Yeah.
adventurous.
Okay, so why Algeria though? Well, I mean, there's lots of countries you could have chose from.
Well, it didn't seem too dangerous.
Okay,
Um,
it's a good start to a
it's always a
vacation.
good
Doesn't
factor.
seem too dangerous. They just got the right amount of danger.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't know, it's big enough where there's lots to explore, like within over a week. It was a 10-day trip.
Did you see a camel?
Um, I did not.
Damn it!
That came up.
What a wasted trip.
Apparently they're mostly like in the western part of the country.
All right.
Um, so Algeria,
Yeah, sure.
I would say definitely an adventure, definitely fun. Would I do it during Ramadan again? No.
Why?
Uh,
Why was that?
just because there's nowhere to eat.
Oh, everything's closed during the day.
Yeah,
Oh.
so for viewers that don't know,
Mhm.
during Ramadan for Muslims, they're not supposed to eat from sunup to sundown. Um, I did hear that there might be like places open to eat during like the middle of the day. Um, if for like tourists and stuff like that. But that might depend on the country.
So,
There was absolutely no restaurants
so,
open during the middle of the day.
so how difficult was it to find places to eat? Like, were there days where you just didn't actually have any lunch or anything like during the day?
So I came prepared. I brought a bunch of protein bars and granola bars,
Okay,
which you cannot find at any supermarkets anywhere. They don't have like granola bars or like protein bars
go
or
figure.
beef jerky.
No, I bet they have real food there.
Everything, yeah, everything, all the food there you have to cook pretty much,
Okay.
except for canned sardines.
Did you have any
If I
sort of
was
camping
desperate, I
gear?
got canned sardines.
Canned sardines. Okay. Is those
Yeah,
any good?
canned
No.
sardines.
Okay. Well, what'd you do? Did you have any like camping gear to cook with, or how did you eat the food that needed to be cooked?
So basically, I didn't actually spend a lot of money on food, and I only bought food probably like twice during the whole trip. Because after sundown, there's this thing called like iftar, where most people go home and have like home cooked meals, or if you're in like a city or a bigger city, they have like places where they provide free meals to everyone.
Oh,
Um,
so you went
yeah,
to those?
I went to a bunch of those. I got invited to
I
a
was about.
couple like iftars at home,
Yeah.
which was really cool.
Well, that's
Made
cool.
Yeah, made a bunch of friends.
I would almost
Uh,
say like if it'd be really sad if you went to another country and all you did was eat protein bars and granola bars that you packed with you. It's like because you were gonna say I didn't spend that much money on food. My first instinct, without hearing about this gift tar thing, I was about like, oh, he just really just ate the protein bars for an entire trip to Algeria.
I did eat all of them. Yes, and I
Yeah, if
brought a
there's
lot.
nothing open during the day, so you actually met some people who invited you to their gift tars.
Yeah, yeah, iftar.
Iftar, sorry.
Yeah, no worries. But yeah, that was super cool. That everyone was like extraordinarily kind and like over accommodating. Um, I felt pretty safe.
Mm-hmm. Anyone try to sell you something?
No, no one was like super pushy. In fact, all the Algerians said it's the Moroccans and the Tunisians that are like super pushy.
Oh no, not Tunisia.
Yeah,
Tunisia's my
Tunisia.
Tunisia's my fucking like country of choice. Okay, my
Yeah,
North
yeah.
African country of choice.
They
Fucking
always said
Carthage.
Tunisians were all about like money and
All right, fair enough.
but to note, like speaking of like Carthage and like ancient history,
Oh,
I learned on one of my tours
mhm.
that Algeria has the second most Roman ruins in the world outside of Italy. I did see plenty of
Really?
them. Yeah.
No, I would have never figured. I would have imagined maybe Greece if I were to
Yeah,
pick
well,
one, or
I mean,
Constantinople, Turkey, I guess.
Tapaza, which is out hour west of Algiers, was the capital of North Africa during the Roman Empire.
All right. Well, I'm glad to hear your trip went well. So,
Yeah, it
do
went
you have a next destination already planned?
no idea.
No
Usually
idea.
don't know until a couple months beforehand.
Right, because you can only really travel during February and March, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You're
But
too busy the rest of the year.
yeah. If I did do it again, I would definitely go outside of Ramadan because it does seem like there were plenty of good food options and they do have plenty of pubs. They're just alcohol is strictly not allowed during Ramadan.
Well,
So
alcohol's not allowed at all in the Islamic religion. So how are there a bunch of pubs?
there are a bunch of pubs, yeah,
How
and
does that make
outside of
any
Ramadan,
sense?
I don't know. It just I guess in their constitution they have something written that, they um extremist Islam faiths are not allowed to join the government. So
Oh,
they
interesting.
kind of take a back seat.
Well, I mean,
And
I thought
even talking to
I
like
wouldn't
one
even
of
call it
my
like an extremist version of Islam. I mean, like I thought that was like basic fact number like one of the basic facts of Islam is you're not allowed to drink alcohol. Like I mean, I remember like my roommates in college were Muslim from I can't remember what country, but somewhere in the Middle East, and they never drank at all because it was pretty common where they were from that no one drinks.
yeah, yeah.
So,
One of my tour guides was the self-described number one underground rapper in Algeria.
oh,
And yeah,
oh,
he's like, oh, he was talking to me about the Roman god of Bacchus, and he's like, I'll see you in a couple weeks.
the Roman god of Bacchus.
The god of wine,
I thought that was like probably thinking of the Greek name, but it's probably starts with D.
Dionysus.
Dionysus. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Just the Roman version.
Oh, right. The Romans basically
Um,
just copied all the Greek gods, right?
Pretty much, yeah. Copy
Hmm.
and paste.
That's good. It's the best way to do a
Um,
religion. Copy and paste.
but my friend Hamu kind of, yeah, my friend Hamu kind of described it best as like, because everyone I was talking to about like Islam is like, yeah, um, it's like all the different faiths are what's the problem like with Islam and just like, between the Sunnis, the
Ah.
Shias, the Ibadis, the Sufis, and all that. And he was like,
Hmm.
and they just take a much more like, I don't know, modern approach to it. And just like, yeah, it's just untenable that I would have to pray 5 times a day and I can't look at like women like during Ramadan and everything like that.
Oh,
And
he
so how
doesn't
is
pray?
anyone supposed to live like a normal life if
Oh, so he doesn't even pray.
they do pray and they do like,
Oh, he
yeah,
said,
they
but how am
do.
I supposed to? So he does. They do.
How am I supposed to live like a normal life? Yeah.
What's a normal life?
Where you're not like having to spend like half the day devoted to, you know, prayer and
How? Oh, wait, is that normal? Normal relative to what is, I guess, the question? Because normal in America, of course not. But I'd imagine normal in a Muslim country, it wouldn't be that shocking to see people
true.
praying and doing all the traditional Islamic stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I guess
Sounds like your friend is very highly westernized.
it seems like one of the first friends I made on the whole trip was telling me like, yeah, everyone smokes weed around here, and
Oh no.
even though it's very illegal. Um, but yeah, it was eye opening. Like I guess growing up in America, I never grew up in like a majority. Like I
Islamic
wasn't
home.
around too much Muslim communities. So
No, how could you?
yeah,
All right. Okay,
yeah,
cool. So, I'm sure I'll learn more about your trip to Algeria over time, but we got to get into the podcast. We're now 10 minutes
yeah,
in, so we're doing this podcast a little off schedule. Neither one of us I think was available Thursday when we normally record these, and we're doing it in the middle of a very sunny day. So it looks like I'm super bright, it's because I should be outside doing stuff, but instead I'm inside watching YouTube videos, which is the natural thing you do on a nice sunny day.
yeah. On your weekend,
Yeah, on a
right?
weekend. Yeah, the rare few times a year we get them here in Washington is a sunny weekend.
A sunny winter. I guess it's spring now.
No, we're spring now. Yeah. Anyways, so we're gonna react to Jubilee's video. If male best friends were 100% honest, we chose this. I know there was a commenter who wanted us to react to a Thomas Sowell video, and I promise you, commenter, we will react to it at one point. It just didn't seem appropriate. I think that's a video maybe we should probably each watch individually and come back and respond to.
Sure.
It seemed much more in depth, less sort of just casual, which we usually like to keep it.
Yeah, we'll do our due diligence, and we'll watch the video recommended by our audience.
Yeah. By the way, for all those who are in our audience who have not yet subscribed, hit the like button, subscribe. I'm gonna reach out to India because apparently that's how you do it.
Yes, I've heard this.
Yes. So my wife is now over 1,000 subscribers because she
reached out to India.
Well, they her and her friend react to Indian movies.
Oh.
And like they get tons of thousands of views. So
she's been watching a bunch of Indian movies.
Yes. So she'll watch she'll watch an American video and maybe it'll get 100 views, but if she watches an Indian video, she'll get thousands.
Damn. Okay.
So keep that in mind.
Okay.
All right. All right. Okay, but this is Jubilee. I don't know much about this segment, so shall we just get into it?
Sure, yeah.
All right. First off, quick question. Would you consider me your best friend?
Yeah, one of my best friends.
Oh, that's such a cop.
Yeah.
One of your best friends. Oh, that hurts. Fine. Being a catty girl. All right. Okay.
You're allowed to have more than one, right? It's not like, how a wife.
Define best.
Define best?
Yes.
Oh.
I don't think you can.
Karen, I believe out of any of my friends, if I needed help, you'd be the one that would be most, at a moment's notice, would be most willing.
Probably not.
Probably not.
But no, it's best indicates above all. You can't be above all if there's two.
You're on my Mount Rushmore.
It's like Highlander. There can only be one.
Damn it, you got me.
That's right. No.
I guess I need all my best friends to duke it out.
We should do that. Yeah, just tell me who's on your Mount Rushmore of best friends, and we'll have a battle to the death.
Okay.
Battle to the death for Tina's friendship.
I'm trying to think how that would go.
All right. Okay, let's actually watch. So 3, 2, 1, let's go.
I actually needed someone to care that I exist, and then you did. If it wasn't for them, I don't even know if I'd be alive by now. And it's just this is the single most important thing that ever happened to me, and nothing ever comes close since then.
Men out there, I'm talking to you. When's the last time you looked your best friend in the eye and said, "I love you, bro"? No cap. I'm Ka Takahashi, and
what does no cap
today's
mean?
episode.
Oh, you paused. Sorry.
No, I was going to pause right where you paused.
What does no cap mean?
You've never heard no cap?
I've heard it, but I don't know what it means. Where's it from and what does it mean?
It's new. It's Gen Z.
Oh,
probably TikTok.
Okay, fine.
Okay. I think no cap means there's no capacity. No more capacity to what I'm saying.
So I love you, bro. No more capacity. What the
I
fuck
can't love you anymore. No cap. Not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What? What would stop the cap be?
Stop the cap?
That's what I've heard it in expression. Stop the cap.
I guess be real. I don't know.
Okay. Do you think have you ever said I love you to a friend?
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually made a point of telling all my friends at my birthday I love you, and then I felt very weird after that.
You felt weird after that. What did it feel like? It was did anyone respond thinking that maybe you were suicidal or something?
No, a couple. I think 2 or 3 of them also said I love you, and
Okay. I don't remember getting this text.
I love you too, Karen.
Okay, I love you, Tina. But oh, we're back to the.
Did it make you feel weird?
It does a little bit, but no, it was more I heard this question being asked, but If your friend called you out of the blue just to tell you that you loved him and thank for everything, I don't know, pick a friend. Just I love you, bro. Thanks for everything. Would you think that something's going on?
I would definitely feel that way. Like, yeah.
Yeah, you would think
Especially,
like,
it depends. I mean, some people are a little bit more like, let's go with our friend Nader loves to say, love you. He's very kind of like huggy, touchy, more
he's very
emotional.
touchy. Actually, now that you mention, I never realized it until you just said it right there.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All
So
right.
that would, if he told me that, then I would think like, yeah, maybe something's going on, but I wouldn't like take it like too seriously.
All right.
But with like someone who's maybe like less emotional, I'm like, maybe something's going on.
So
It's just in my mind. I don't think I'd told any of my friends. I wanted everyone to know that I appreciate them in my lives, So
that's good. Good
yeah.
on you. I just, if it came out of the blue, it would surprise me. I would never
I'd probably surprise everyone at the birthday party. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, typically comes out when people are drunk. I would never be surprised if we said if we were drunk.
Oh, okay. So if someone called me in the middle of the night and said that, then I wouldn't be too concerned.
I think that would be very well. I don't know what that means. The implication there is I'm the first person you thought of when you were that drunk in the middle of the night. That's when you're supposed to drunk text the girl you like, or I guess we're maybe a little too old to be doing that. But like that was the cliche when we were 21.
I was never a drunk texter or dialer, so
No, that was Junior.
That was definitely Junior. And still him to some degree.
Oh, have you gotten drunk texts from him?
No, not in a long time.
Okay. Have you gotten drunk video calls?
I have gotten drunk video, especially during the pandemic.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Usually group video calls.
Oh, okay. That seems a little more understandable.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, never been a video call person.
We're doing a video call right now.
I know, but this is a video cast.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I don't like phone calls in general. I'd rather see someone in person.
I know.
That's why texting is kind of easy.
I like texting too, but my girlfriend also loves phone calls, so.
Video calls?
Not video calls, phone calls.
Those are the most awkward. If I can't even see you, you know that like back and forth where you might talk over the person on phone calls a bit?
Yeah.
That I find phone calls the most awkward. I'd rather be able to see you or just read and write to you. That's easy.
Sometimes it's easier when talking about like certain things.
Maybe.
If you're like talking about like heavy stuff, it's harder to do in person than on a phone.
Harder to do. It's probably better to do in person.
It's probably better to do in person,
Yeah.
I imagine. But...
Okay, let's get going.
Episode of Split Decision is about male best friends.
Male best friends.
Today, you're gonna have the most vulnerable conversation of your lives. So leave your
on a camera.
masculinity at the door. Let those feelings fly. The first prompt is, my best friend has bad taste in romantic partners.
Do we have to do this for each other?
Ooh. We don't have our backs turned to each other, so no. It's
okay.
difficult to say. Maybe we can do it for each other, but I've never met any of your romantic partners yet.
Okay,
so
that's true.
I can't answer that question, and you've only met one of mine. Which
Yeah,
is
that's
my
true
wife.
too. Yeah.
Do you like my wife, Tina?
I'd say you have good taste in romantic partners. Though.
Okay, I would say so too, but I haven't met any of yours. So once I get to meet yours, I'll be able to say no. I'm just kidding.
So we'll leave this at n/a.
Yeah, that's a back end. All right. Yeah, so we can't really answer this one. So but it's relevant.
Make your split decisions
True.
in 3, 2,
That's not split decision.
1.
Is this how this game works?
Yeah.
First,
You have to split your decisions?
no. But he's make your split decision, as in quickly answer the question. Split decision is yes, no, off the top of your head. That's my hot seat that we do for our interviewees the few times we have them.
I know. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I thought
he just gave them too much time to react.
that was in the no, or that was too much.
Yeah, too much. Then maybe because we paused it. Okay. Well, this guy's not sure. What the hell?
Damn.
Just say no.
All right, go ahead
Yeah,
and
I
turn
think he's
around.
egging it on.
He wants to say no.
I'm sorry.
Grant, I have to start with you because you did the slowest step.
Well, Alden's married.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Um,
Do you not
Uh-oh.
like his wife?
she's fine.
She's fine.
I mean, I love Alden to bits. So obviously, anyone he cares about, I care about a lot as well. But I think I wish there were more.
This guy taking. Do you think this guy's taking it a little too casual? Like, or maybe I'm wrong. But like how the friend, not the dude with the ponytail, the guy with the shaggy hair, he's laughing about basically his friend saying, "I don't like your wife."
I think maybe he understands why he might not like his wife, and that's why he's laughing.
Okay, so we should probably hear
Yeah.
him out.
Pleasant to be around together. I mean, part of it could just be like jealousy of like, taking Zoltan's attention away from me.
And do you know he feels this way?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna get so much shit right now.
I saw your face. What are you doing in the face for? It seemed
say that
really gay,
again?
didn't it?
Oh, the Asian guy.
The Asian guy. Is that what you were?
Yeah.
Wait, what were you cringing about? I saw you cringe.
Oh no, I wasn't cringing.
You were definitely cringing. Don't.
Was I?
You
Oh,
were like
I
your
was.
face was scrunched up. Like what?
Oh well, no. Like when he was like saying he's taking attention away from me, or she's taking attention away from me. Then
Well, that's a common complaint in, I guess, some friendships, I suppose, but not your wife.
yeah, I mean, I think usually like a hallmark of a good relationship is like when you can actually spend a good amount of time with your other friends and with your wife or partner or whatever.
Wait, are you calling me like a possessive, toxic partner? I refuse.
No, not
I
at
know. I
all.
refuse to let my wife see your friends. No good can come from it.
No, but no, it is actually common for like people who have like new like relationships to lose like a couple friends over time. I'm not saying like best friends, but like they usually like other friendship connections tend to weaken.
Yeah, it's only natural, right? You only have a limited amount of time. You
Yeah,
can't give
yeah.
it to everyone. You obviously, in a new relationship, have to devote an extra amount of time towards building that relationship. So
Yeah, exactly.
some people go by the
So-
wayside. Do you have you don't have to say any names. Do you have a friend in mind who does this? And then when they break up, they reconnect? You can
I
say
would
the
pro-
name if you
I
want.
would probably go with Nader since
I
he's
would-
had more long-term relationships than most people I know.
I haven't seen Nader in a long time, but I do remember that was his MO. It was full on devotion in the relationship, and then they break up, and then it's all about the bros.
That's
and
right.
then as soon as he'd find the next girl, he'd be completely AWOL again.
That's about right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's got a healthier understanding now that
That's
he's
good.
older. But
Right. He also lives in northern Canada, doesn't he?
how would you define Northern Canada?
50 miles past the border.
Okay.
What isn't it?
I
Something
don't
like
think he's
something like
quite 50
80%
miles
of
past the border.
Well, oh no. Wasn't it like
Yeah.
80% of Canadians live within like 50 miles of the border?
I-
There's like the only city is like
I think
Edmonton or
80 and
Winnipeg.
then like 90% live within 100 kilometers of the border.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, Canada's just a big empty space.
It is. I don't know. I don't think Fernie's quite 50 kilometers past the border, considering I drove from Montana to Fernie and it was like an hour and a half.
I got a question. Are you ever impressed by the size of Russia? I don't know if you think I don't know if you think of the world that way, but like, are you like? I mean, like, for instance, me, who I'm really into history, I'm really into empires. It's always impressive to see the size of countries. Sometimes, like, this is how much you conquered. This is how much you controlled. I'm not.
It is
I've never
kind of
been that
impressive they've been able to keep it together like that.
but I've never been that impressed with Russia because Siberia is basically just a giant empty space.
It mostly is, yeah. I think I'd probably be more impressed if I went to Russia and then like started exploring around.
Maybe
Even
no,
getting around in Algeria, which is surprisingly big, took
Yeah.
a long time.
You know the problem with what they call the Mercator map or the Mercator. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Mercator. I know how to spell it. I think it's
Mercator?
the Mercator. Is that it?
That might be it, yeah.
Okay, the Mercator map. It's the most common flat map you see in the world, which makes like Greenland look like the size of Africa.
That's the problem, yeah.
Yeah, because it gives since most of the land mass is in the northern hemisphere, it makes it look a lot bigger than it actually is. But if you adjust it down, Russia is like half the size of the Sahara Desert.
Really? Okay.
It's
Wow.
it's decent size, but Africa is a lot bigger. than it looks like on a map.
Yeah. Countries at the equator are actually a lot bigger
Right.
than they look.
It's how like countries like Brazil or
Massive.
Indonesia. Indonesia is the biggest one to surprise me.
Apparently, there's not a lot of places on Earth that are more than like 2 Indonesias away.
Yeah, Indonesia is a very, very long country. It's longer than the United States, and when you actually count the individual islands, like most of the islands are bigger than like a clump of states. Like it's crazy. Indonesia is actually surprisingly huge.
I know. I was surprised to learn that too.
Yeah, because you just think of Indonesia as just one of those island nations, which is like,
Yeah.
so therefore it should be small, right?
No,
No, it's like
not
the
quite.
size of our country, basically, just with some water in between.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Now, because so after this, we're all gonna like me and her and Grant are gonna hang out, and she was like, I don't want to hang out with Grant. I don't think he likes me.
Oh.
And I'm like, no, he likes you. He likes you. He's like, stop gaslighting. I know he likes me.
Actually, you know what? I think, you know what it is? I feel like Alden's very different when it's the three of us, or just like her influence on Alden, and I don't really like the direction.
What's he like
Hmm.
when they're together?
Subservient.
Yeah,
Subservient.
I feel like Alden's more comfortable with toxicity. No?
Wait. Okay, whoa.
Damn.
There's a lot there. So
Yeah.
is he calling the wife toxic? Was the
maybe
same
maybe
subservient?
not the wife. Maybe he's just calling the relationship a little toxic.
Well, he said he's subservient. I guess that means like when the three of them are hanging out together, he's like
He's a
obeying his
little
wife's.
simpy.
Look, I think simp is a good word for certain situations, but can you simp for your wife? I mean, I guess you could. but-
Yeah, I think you can. Yeah.
Okay, so we gotta define.
Usually,
simp.
it's not considered an attractive trait, but
Okay, yeah, of course not. No, definitely not. You can't be a simp ever. But let's put it this way, like, so I always thought simp meant basically you're in love with a woman, you do anything for them, and they don't care about you back.
I think it's just like you do everything for them. Maybe not necessarily that they don't express like care back.
Is it possible to have a mutual simp relationship then if you have a loving relationship with a wife or a husband?
A mutual simp.
Well, I mean, in the sense that you do anything for the partner, but your partner would also do anything for you, because that seems like.
I mean, I think from what I've heard, like most relationships are usually like when both partners perceive that they're putting more than 50% effort into the relationship.
One of my go-to advice for anyone in a relationship, or at least a marriage, I think, would be if at least once a day you ask the question, how can I make my partner's life easier, then you're probably in a good relationship. If you're both thinking that way.
Yeah.
I think that's probably a healthy relationship.
And so maybe he perceives that the toxicity is like maybe she's not making his life easier or something like that.
Could be.
But I mean, when you're a simp and you're willing to go all 100% in, then that
All
could create some problems.
Okay, so question time. How do you think I'm different when it's just you and I hanging out versus when it's you, me, and my wife hanging out? How am I? Do you think I'm different at all?
I don't think you're totally different. No.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, no.
So you haven't noticed anything? You can be honest. I'm not...
I know she usually tells you not to use certain words or
Oh, I have to be
not supposed to swear as much.
Oh, okay. Well, that's just good.
No,
manners.
I honestly don't see you too different.
Okay. Now here's a question. Now that you're in a relationship, how do you think you would behave differently if the three of us were to hang out? Like if I were to hang out with you and your girlfriend, do you think does she change you at all? Do you see anything?
I don't know. She's only met like 2 coworkers, so.
Okay, but how about this? How do you think you behave differently around her than you do around your friends? Is there anything? Or are you pretty normal, pretty much yourself?
I think I try to be a bit more accommodating.
Tina, you're always accommodating.
That's true, yes.
You're actually one of the most like considerate people there is.
So I'm not. Yeah, I'm not sure. You'll have to tell me.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Than he was before.
What's going on?
Alden, go ahead.
Oh no, actually, I only answered yes because Grant tweeted earlier, like, I choose women that are bad for me.
But like, there's more. Like, I'm attracted to things that are like bad for me, which is why I choose to date people I'm not attracted to. Does that make sense?
No.
That makes no sense.
Okay, so Oren.
Yeah.
Wait,
your
what was
best
that?
friend-
Like, did you get that? Do we have to go back one more
Uh,
time?
Yeah, go back again.
Okay, we're gonna go back.
I need to
To
get the
think.
first part.
Alden, go ahead.
Oh no, actually, I only answered yes because Grant tweeted earlier, like, I choose women that are bad for me.
But like, there's more. Like, I'm
Okay, first off, you're tweeting about your friends. That seems weird.
Yeah, tweeting first of all,
Like-
and then like
Yeah,
publicly
it's
calling
called
out your
Xing.
friends. Yeah, Xing.
Just so we're clear, it's Xing. No, you send an X.
Oh God.
No one says tweet anymore. Get with the times. No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, that is weird. Like on social media, calling out your friend for.
Yeah. I think it's weird when like public figures do it. Like, so imagine just like you're with your friends and you were gonna tweet about your friend. It's a weird
Yeah,
thing to
and-
think about.
Why not just text them?
Yeah, why not just if you got a like tweeting is like basically putting it out to the world. Like you're advertising it basically. You got
Yeah,
a problem with something your friends doing. Why would I not just talk to them directly? I guess.
I understand if you're like a celebrity and have like a public image and you need to generate like attention or something like that, but as a normal person,
It doesn't make sense, but a lot of the world of today doesn't make sense to me.
very true. Very
Have you ever
true.
heard of the concept of prophilicity?
I don't even know what that means.
No, because no one does. It's not a real word. I can't remember the
It's
flaw.
not.
Well, I mean, it's in a book by a philosopher, and he coined the term. But
Oh,
it's a
okay.
good one, and I can't remember the philosopher's name. Perhaps I'll Google it like while we're like, I don't know, whatever. But basically, like it's he wanted to point out like how people have created their identity. Where do people's
Mhm.
identities come from? And basically, he pointed at like 3 points in history. It was sincerity was the original identity, and then it became authenticity, and now it's prophilicity. And the simplest way to put it would be like your identity is based on sincerity. So that's what traditionally, for most of time, we built our identity on. It's how
That
you
makes
relate.
sense.
It's how you relate to others. My God, the sun's blasting in my face. It's like a nuke just went off. All right.
You need to put some shades on.
Yeah. My future's so bright. So it's how you relate to others. So like your identity is I'm a father to my son. I'm a brother to my sisters and brother. I'm a farmer for my community. I'm such and such and such. Like, but it's how you
Mm.
relate to others. That's traditionally how we built our identity. And then there was the period of authenticity. And that's like basically being true to yourself. And that's what it's been like maybe for the last like 30 or 50 years.
Okay.
It's like
Before
you-
social media.
Before social media, exactly. But it's like it's about being your true self, which that's the hardest one to explain, but I guess it's about finding your purpose, finding your passions, and that's your
think-
identity.
Kind of maybe like since the Industrial Revolution, people's identities kind of like eroded within their community, maybe
Yeah,
a little bit.
it's been moving away from sincerity and more towards the self, the individual.
Yeah.
But now we're in the age of prophilicity. So it's not about your relationship to others. It's not about who you truly are. It's how you present yourself to the world.
Interesting.
It's the
That seems
profile. you-
insincere almost.
It's very insincere. It's the profile you build for yourself. It's how you brand yourself. And this is like, to put it in the best terms, this is how celebrities basically were, and for all of
Long
the
time.
history of Hollywood. It's about building your brand, your image to people.
Yeah,
And a lot
yeah.
of these times, these celebrities were totally different people behind closed doors. But like they had to put on an image. And now it's just like with the age of social media, it's like everyone is sort of a micro celebrity, and you have to be concerned with your branding.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. But your identity is basically almost insincere. Yes, true.
It's weird how like things have gotten turned upside down.
Social media is a game changer for sure. Anyways, Just interesting thought.
Interesting.
I'll get the philosopher's name or the author's name before the end of this podcast.
Yeah, I'd be curious to hear more about that.
Yeah, he's interesting.
I'm attracted to things that are like bad for me, which is why I choose to date people I'm not attracted to. Does that make sense?
Oh wait, we're supposed to be actually
Yeah, that's-
Choose women that are bad for me.
But like, there's more to, like, I'm attracted to things that are like bad for me, which is why I choose to date people I'm not attracted to. Does that make sense?
No.
That makes no
attracted to
sense.
things
Okay,
that are.
so Oren.
One more time.
I'm
sorry.
attracted to things
Yeah.
that are like bad for me, which is why I choose to date people I'm not attracted to. Does that
That makes no sense whatsoever. I'm attracted to things that are bad for me, so I choose to date people who are. Oh, I think I get it. I think he understands that he's naturally attracted to things that are bad for him, so he's only going for people who he's not attracted to.
Yeah, or like or qualities in people, I
Yeah.
should say.
In
Yeah.
other words, he recognizes he's damaged, and he's like going. And if he was only going to go after the things that make him happy, then he's going to be in a destructive, toxic relationship. So he chooses to find people that he's not attracted to because he assumes his own instincts are wrong.
I don't know if it's the. I mean, I don't know if it's the best assumption.
It's an interesting way to live, go through life. Is my instincts are always wrong. Jesus.
I have to go against my instincts in every romantic situation.
Very much. That'd be interesting. Could you
I feel
imagine
like
doing that?
Women have that a lot, right?
You think?
Well, usually, there's the bad boys, right? Where everyone kind of agrees that women are attracted to bad boys for
True.
certain qualities. And usually a lot of younger women will have to go through a phase of dating bad boys and then find, their good guy.
Yeah.
It's a
Because
certain trope.
do you think that like women are naturally attracted to chaos?
I think women are much more in tune with their emotions and having a more emotional, fulfilling relationship is what they're seeking. That's
Okay, well,
maybe why.
Well, okay. Let me put it this way: like, if a girl brought you nothing but like drama, would that be attractive to you?
No,
Okay, good.
as a guy, no.
Well, I think women are the exact opposite.
Yeah,
And that sounds sexist to say, but like there's an old saying I just heard today I like though, is you can do almost anything to a woman except for bore her.
I've heard that. Yeah,
I've never heard that until just today, and I was like, oh, okay, interesting. Because that's when they're out. That you no
Yeah,
longer
yeah.
interest them.
when they're kind of like bored and apathetic.
So, but like, if a woman basically was peaceful and didn't have any drama in her life, I think that'd be like a perfect woman, wouldn't you think? Just
I
a
know,
chill
yeah.
person. Like you're gonna, okay, cool. We can hang out together, and you're not gonna be completely crazy. I like that.
I know it doesn't seem like a hard thing to do, but
But it's almost the opposite, because the guy who maybe is in a gang or drives or like who knows, any number of things.
Sure.
That's drama, that's excitement, that's life.
yeah, it just someone. Yeah, I wouldn't want to date a boring partner either, right? To some degree.
For sure. But
yeah.
okay, but is the flip side of I don't want to date a boring, well, actually I don't know, I don't mind a boring part. It depends on what boring means, I guess.
Yeah,
Because
don't know.
I say peaceful.
Peaceful. Okay.
That's the word I look for, but like some people would say peaceful is boring. I
yeah, that's true.
Well, we could still do stuff and have fun. I just don't want you to be like bipolar. And then I never know how to predict your mood.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I mean, peaceful does imply that like there are like differences and that they're not, the person isn't like too within their too conflict or
They're at peace.
or they're at peace.
Yeah.
They're settled. They can come to their own,
Yeah. You want a girl who's got her own shit figured out so that you don't have to fix all of her problems for her.
That's true. Everyone comes with baggage, though.
We do. True.
Yeah.
But there should be an acknowledgement is like, look, your shit's your shit, my shit's my shit. We should both work to better ourselves. But like, I'm not, you can't expect me to fix all your problems, and I think that goes both ways. That's for men and women. I think you should work on yourselves and don't expect your partner to solve all your problems for you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. If your partner solves too many of your problems, then you might be in a toxic relationship.
Well, no, yeah. I mean, it's not even just that your partner solve it; it's when you expect your partner to solve it. There's something called externalizers, and it's the people who think that like there's no problem with me. It's the world that has the problems, and they have to change for me. So like, it's when you're in a toxic relationship. Say your girlfriend, for instance, says like all the problems are on you. I'm unhappy because of you. It's like, no, you're unhappy because you're unhappy. You got to deal with that.
Yeah. And yeah, that's I certainly think that this guy going for partners that he's unattracted to might be a problem.
It's unique.
Yeah,
All right.
I don't know how that bodes for long-term relationships.
No, do you think that like he would naturally just grow tired of the person?
I think so. It's good that he's open to dating, different
It's good
different
that
people.
it's good that he's aware that he's attracted to things that are bad for him, but
Yeah.
you should probably figure
Well,
out why that is.
that's true. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
That makes sense.
No.
That makes no sense.
Okay, so Oren,
Yeah.
your best friend has bad taste in romantic partners?
It's not that he has bad taste. Just the guys he tries to get himself involved with. I'm like, but no, red flag, red flag, red flag. But he's just like, but he's so cute. And I'm like, no.
I mean, he's got a point. Like, he's had pretty successul relationships where if it's not going well, he can get himself out of it, where it's a little different for me. I think I like a little stuck.
Okay, they're both gay. Do you think they fucked?
Kind of do, yes.
The question was coming up is just like if your best friend is gay and you're also gay, are you gonna like ever?
Yeah, it is different with homosexual partners.
Yeah.
Even between lesbians and two gay guys, I think it's different as well.
Oh yeah, gay guys love to fuck.
Yeah, that's what I understand. Yeah.
So I mean, there's a good chance that they've hooked up.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
can you be friends with someone you've had sex with? That's another question.
I've heard.
That's the Jerry and Elaine thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the that because like lots of shows do the whole like friends hook up thing, but then they eventually get together in the end, sort of thing.
It's the whole friends thing.
Friends,
isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah. Rachel and Ross, it's like, oh, we're just friends now. Oh, but we have a relationship before, so
Yeah.
what the fuck? But with Seinfeld, it really was. Yeah, we used to have sex. Now we're just friends.
I know.
It's kind of weird.
I mean, it's based on his real life, does it? So did something like that actually happen?
Seinfeld based on his real life,
It's close to, I mean, I don't think everything's based in the real life.
right? Well, I mean, in the show, he describes it as just like, we tried dating for a while. We realized we were better friends than lovers, so we stopped, and we're still friends.
It's a really mature way of going about it. Yeah.
There's the scene where Seinfeld breaks up with someone, and he does it in the most I don't care kind of way. You know the scene I'm talking about? He's like, "Oh, it's cool. I'll be fine."
That sounds very Seinfeld.
And his whole attitude is just like things just work out for me, so I'm never really that upset.
Even Steven, yeah.
Yeah, he's never really that upset.
But yeah, going back to I definitely think they've probably had maybe it is like an Elaine situation with them. It's like they just realize they're not they're attracted sexually, but realize they're not good partners, but good friends.
Yeah, could be very likely.
All right.
No, you got more?
No. Go
All right.
ahead.
So, Michael, you say yes.
Well, yeah, I say yes because this man loves his goth alternative women. And I'm not saying all...
that dude looks way too old to be in goth chicks.
I
How old did
mean,
that guy look?
This guy?
Go, no. Hold this. We're gonna go
Yeah,
back.
like a
Hold on.
little
I'm
stuck.
gonna pause
All right.
on him.
So, Michael, you say yes.
Well, yeah, I say yes because this man loves his goth alternative
He's not like super goth there. He just looks a little more alternative.
But like,
Maybe
how
he does
old is
dress up
he?
more goth. I know.
It's
What's
not
the
so much
last-
the way he's dressed, because like if someone was like 19 looking like this, I'd be like, okay. But this guy looks like he's in his mid to late 30s.
Yeah, definitely. I
And
don't
look,
even
we've
know
all
if
had a
goth is
goth
like
phase.
still a thing.
We've all had a goth phase. And that mean, I'm not even saying like we've all done the whole goth look. I'm just saying we've all been attracted to goth girls at one point.
Yeah,
There
I
you
can
go,
definitely
okay.
think of like one or two.
There you go. Exactly. So, but like this guy.
Yeah, he never grew out of it. He's still like, that's my girl.
Mm-hmm. I want to hear from
Of women. And I'm not saying all women who dress like that. I'm just saying the ones he's chosen have not been the kindest to him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna agree with him for the most part. The problem is I just find myself landing in the lap of these situations more, and I don't know how I get there.
It's like he's cursed.
It's,
Let's just say that, yeah.
Would you say you're cursed?
you know, maybe.
Trevor, he's really, really religious, and he'll be like, "Look what I found! You know, this is really cool girl." Then I see her bio, it's like 666, like hail Satan.
I'm gonna go out on a
Is he
limb and say
satanic
he's,
religious?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say he's not religious.
Like common sense of
Oh,
word.
your camera freezed. Hold on, what'd you say?
Oh, maybe in like the common sense of the term religious.
What's the common sense?
Okay, the practical sense.
That's a practical sense.
Maybe he's
Is
more
the-
like spiritual.
Is a person who is spiritual or religious or practical or whatever you want to say going to be dating people who are like 666 in their bio?
No.
And I truly doubt that he's just cursed and falling into these situations.
I think that's just he's the opposite of the first guy in that he is just he has a toxic attraction to like these women, but
And-
he's not willing to change.
He's not aware of it is the thing.
No, he's aware, but he's just doesn't want to
Doesn't
do
want to
anything.
change. Okay.
Yeah, maybe he's not looking for like a long-term relationship.
Do you think that there's something? Okay, here's a big question. Is there something you might be attracted to in a partner, potential partner, that you think is probably toxic in the long run? Like, is there any trait that you're drawn to that you think like, oh, this would excite me, but when you really think about it, it would probably be bad.
I'm not quite sure yet. Yeah.
Okay.
You?
Yeah, kinda. I don't want to get
Okay.
into it, but yeah, I think I have like it doesn't matter. It doesn't apply to my situation. I'm married. But
Okay.
when I was single, there was something I was looking for in women that I knew would have been bad for me in the long run. So
Oh, interesting.
yeah, interesting. Maybe we'll get into it off
Okay.
air. I don't know. All right.
That's not gonna work out. Like,
we share for the laughs now.
Yeah.
Okay, so Christian.
Yeah. I feel like he chooses what he kind of like feels. Like I feel like he'll tell me these things and I'm just kind of like, this is a huge red flag. Like do not like stop talking to this person. And then he'll go back to him and then just proceed to do the complete opposite of what I told him.
Yeah, to like a certain point, yeah, I think he's like pretty right. I personally like his girlfriend a lot. I mean, he's only dated like one person, so I feel like it's kind of.
Wait, are you in a relationship right now?
No, more like situationship type
Okay.
of thing.
Word of the year.
Yeah, I know.
Are you in a situationship, Tina?
No,
Oh.
we're well defined.
Okay, that's good. You two, because I remember you telling me a while back, like you guys were sort of, and then like you kind of initiated that conversation, right?
Yeah, it didn't last too long.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because I feel like that's the modern way of dating is basically you're in an eternal situationship where no one wants to define it.
Yeah, no one wants to take that awkward step.
That was like your our mutual acquaintance, Nate. Like, well, he was living with a girl that he was in and out of a relationship with, but he wasn't his girlfriend. So what the fuck's going on there?
Oh, you talking about
Our mutual
Nate? Or,
Yes. Yes.
No. They were dating they were in a relationship for like 8-9 years, and then they got out of relationship, and then they still living together.
Yeah. That's that there was a lot of memes about that, but there's a lot of jokes just about that's sort of living in 2024 is like when you break up with your partner, but neither one of you can afford rent on your own, so you stay in living together.
I think that's pretty much
That's his situation.
yeah.
Yeah, that's common nowadays too.
Yeah, I mean,
I know one person like that too.
even they started dating like they were, I think they were both 17. So
Okay.
you know,
So
uh,
that was like literally their probably only relationship they either one of them had been in.
oh, definitely, yeah.
Oh, and
So
awkward that it's over. Are either one of them dating anyone new? And because that'd be
no,
oh,
and they still like hook up occasionally, from what I understand.
yeah. That's what's gonna happen though when you're living together and you have all these like history together. Why wouldn't you, right?
What in my mind, it's not like a full split. Like if
What's
you
that?
really, if there is really no relationship, then you have to like totally separate for a time.
Yeah, they usually say no contact. That's the best way to get over the other person.
Yeah,
But if you're living with them, how could you ever be in that situation?
exactly.
So, well, I
It's
mean, when you say that you still sort of see them as a couple.
Yeah, I definitely still see them sort of as a couple. Yeah, and
How
it seems
does
like they're actively not trying to date other people.
how do you think he sees it?
I don't know. They at least I get his perspective a lot more, and he seems like he's open to like dating everyone, but no one else is quite right.
No one meets his no one meets his standards of quality.
Seems that way, yeah.
Does he have really high standards?
Well, the one person that he's like attracted to is in a relationship with someone else.
Ooh, awkward.
Yeah.
All right, no more there.
Yeah.
That's typically what I tend to like be in most of the time.
The next prompt is, I've seen my best friend's junk.
I've never seen your junk.
I've never
Karen.
really.
No.
I only say it like
really.
that. I haven't seen yours, but I only say that because I do remember one time at a party I got blackout drunk and took my pants off.
That's true.
But maybe you weren't there. Or
I don't recall seeing any. I do remember. Yeah.
that was Schmidt face night.
Schmidt face.
Right.
Was that the last time you got blackout drunk?
I think so.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. Wow.
Well, I mean, early 20s, so yeah.
Yeah, true.
But okay, no, so it's a no and no for us.
Yeah, I have seen some of my other friends' junk. So
Has anyone forced you to see it?
yes.
So you've been flashed.
Yeah, it's usually not the shaft, it's usually like the balls. And they like to like do some, make some weird poses just to get reactions out of people.
I'm not gonna ask who.
You can
I
probably
can
guess.
guess. I can
Yeah.
guess. I'm thinking of 1 or 2 people.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah. Have you ever had that urge to show someone else?
No.
Okay.
I think my friends have also probably seen my junk too, because I've gone streaking at least 2 times.
One time I went down my underwear and ran around the block, but I've never gone naked streaking.
It's definitely different.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, not much
Know
to
what I
say.
mean. Make your split decisions in 3,
Not
2, 1.
Oh my god.
Turn around.
Oh my god, look at the gay
No.
guy.
He's like, God, are we talking?
The gay guy said no. Oh,
Oh.
that means he was taking it from behind. Cuz like you saw that. Okay, wait, I'm going to go back so you can see it. The other gay guy said yes.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, focus on them.
Okay.
Turn around.
Interesting. There's no pairs that both say yes.
Yeah, weird. That is weird. We have 2 no's. These guys are the most prudish.
Yeah. I see the gay guys though.
The gay
so-
guys, yeah. One says no, I haven't, and the other one says yes, I have. So which one gave and which one received? How would it go? Okay. You don't have to, would you?
You don't have to?
You wouldn't necessarily see it, wouldn't you?
No, especially if you're unless you want to give them a good reach around. But I guess you wouldn't have to see it that
Common
way.
courtesy, you would say.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm still not convinced that they haven't, but they haven't seen each other at least.
Yeah, maybe they're not being 100% honest.
Well, they should be. It's a show.
I know.
Literally, the title of the fucking episode is "If Male Best Friends Were 100% Honest."
If.
This is gonna be interesting to see how they react to the fact that like it's a yes and no. Like, maybe you think anyone's gonna be surprised to find out that they've been seen?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
He's like, God, why are we talking about this?
Like which time? Like
Okay, well, can I preface something, which is just that when you're young, you think it's really funny, but then you learn that some things are not okay. That's sexual assault. And I would never do that
Oh my God.
now that I'm not a teenager. But when you're younger, you think, oh, this is gonna be really funny, make the boys laugh.
Oh, now you-
Okay, now we understand.
Okay.
He wasn't being 100% honest.
Changed his mind.
Do you think that like some of the stuff that you would have done, have you ever looked back on your life and thought like, wow, that could have been sexual assault or sexual harassment?
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, you've done something.
Oh yeah, I've apologized for it too.
Oh. Oh, really?
Yeah, I felt bad.
Okay.
I kissed a girl that I didn't think wanted to be kissed, and so yeah.
Remember that night?
Wait, were you there?
Okay, it's happened more than once then. There was
Maybe.
there was a New Year's party where you thought you
Oh.
made eye contact with a girl, and it was New Year's, so you had to kiss someone. So you tried to kiss her, and I think she pushed you away. This is like-
Yeah. No, not that girl.
Okay, so there's multiple incidents.
Yeah, when I'm usually really drunk, yes.
Oh, for goodness.
Nothing beyond that, no. But yeah, I have done that and felt bad and apologized. So
Mm-hmm. I don't think I've ever done anything that would be classified as assault, but I've definitely done something that probably would be classified as sexual harassment.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And like I didn't think of it much at the time because like shit, it was a restaurant, everyone was just hooking up. Like it's literally this, like that's how people work. I think people who work in restaurants behave.
Oh,
Just nonstop.
definitely.
They're
That's
just
what I've heard.
nonstop
It's,
on- yeah.
it's like a hookup.
It's a hookup kind of like networking device is a business as a business.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard many stories about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't. I mean, every young guy goes through phases where you have to figure out like how to like read people and stuff like that. And so
Yeah.
obviously alcohol never helps.
Well, it's also just nice that we did all this in a time before the major, internet, social
before
media.
they
Well, yeah,
yeah,
because
like right before.
I'm thinking too that just like lots of people do stuff when they're dumb. Sorry, young and dumb. That
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
make them bad people. They just are. They're trying to learn and navigate the world of sexual dynamics with the opposite sex. They don't know
Yeah.
all the rules yet. They're figuring it out as they go. And now imagine if it got blown up and shown to everyone in your community, everyone in the world, and like people ostracize you. It's like, is there a cutoff age where you would just say, like everything you did before this, like age doesn't mean anything to me. I don't care if you did things that were sexist, racist, you assaulted people. I don't care because you were just a teenager and you were stupid.
Young and dumb. Yeah.
Young and dumb. But then like, okay, so like now you're 25 years old and you're doing this kind of stuff. Now it's questionable.
Yeah, it does seem like there should be an age where that would seem very unacceptable. Like that person should know better.
Well, it's like it should never be acceptable, but there should be more forgiveness for those who are young.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because it's still wrong, but you don't know any better a lot of the time. I don't think it's always done out of malice. I think a lot of time it's just done out of ignorance.
Yeah, and usually there is like drugs involved or stuff
Yep.
like that.
Alcohol and drugs never typically help making good decisions.
Does help for overcoming fears, that's for sure.
That's true. And overcoming shame.
Yes, it does help that too.
I had a realization.
with the ball sack, I had this like pair of jeans with a hole in it, and I'd be like,
What's going on?
I'd be like, oh, did I sit in some gum?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And what was the other one? It was like the bat
goat.
wing. So you
Bat
take
wing.
their balls and you open up. You gotta ask him later.
Yeah, I do the same shit. I still do it to this
Yeah, I-
to this
well,
day.
you see,
I
like-
just enhanced it. I just digitalized. it.
Yeah.
So we'll be in a game. We'll be playing games.
I like
I'm
this
hey, check
dude's
your
arm.
phone.
Did you see his arm?
Tattoo?
Well, like look
You
at
gotta
his
ask him
tattoo.
later.
Yeah, I do the same shit. I still do it to this
Yeah, I-
to this
well,
day.
you see,
I just enhanced.
I just like that there's no pattern.
Oh, it's like a sleeve, but not a sleeve. Kinda.
It's like, yeah, I think I'm trying to see like it doesn't look like any of these tattoos are really like part of one sort of theme or one sort of like design. It's just a bunch of like he's got a dagger here, looks like a fox there. I don't know, like a lagoon.
I saw a face.
There's yeah.
I
It's
like
just-
it. Everyone has their different tattoo styles.
But do you think a sleeve should have like some sort of design to it?
Oh yeah, I think that's kind of it becomes like one giant kind of I don't know, like it envelops the whole arm.
Yeah. You remember remember the movie Blades of Glory with Will
Yeah.
Ferrell? The
It's been a long time since I
Yeah.
watched it.
Well, one
yeah.
thing I remember from that movie is like he has basically like 5 tattoos just scattered over his body. They just for the 5 major women in his life or something. But it's kind of funny because he's just got like one on the upper back, one on his like wrist, one on his like butt cheek or something like. It's like doesn't seem like he'd be like he's a big tattoo guy and he just has all these random tattoos over his body. I feel like people are either tattooed people and then they have a specific idea of how they want, and then
Some people are just impulsive, and
really.
I've met very few people that have just like one tattoo.
I think a lot of people can just have one tattoo. It's the impulsive crowd, yeah.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm not tattooed is because I went home early one night.
Oh, were you going to potentially get one?
No, I didn't know this at the time, but I'm just hanging out with my friends back in college, and I decided to go home early. They stay out, and then all 4 of them had matching gang tattoos.
Oh, and you would
and I would have been part of the group that got them. And it was just a smiley face, literally just a smiley face, like. But they called it their gang tattoos.
Really interesting.
Yes. So
Oh.
that's the only reason I don't have a tattoo, actually.
Okay. The only reason I don't have one is I can't think of anything I just want on my body for the rest of my life.
Not a smiley face. How about your hand?
Not a
Would you want your
smiley.
hand on your body for the rest of your life?
A tattoo of my hand or
No.
my hat?
I'm just taking I'm taking
I know.
your statement too literally.
Yeah, I can't think of. I'd like one. I think they're cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I never knew you like tattoos. Okay, so
I
you
like
just
tattoos.
so you would do a tattoo. You just haven't thought of anything that would make for a good design.
Yeah, exactly. I guess I don't know. I'm not emotionally attached to any one idea or another.
What about like Bowser riding a surfboard, like wailing on a double neck guitar?
Already been done.
God darn, you're right.
I know.
The whitest kids you know, sketch.
Yeah,
That guy's dead now.
I know.
It's like one of like the 2 big sketch comedy groups that dominated the internet like way back when, and
Early streaming internet.
yeah, early streaming internet. Them and Derek Comedy, I feel like were the 2 big ones.
I know. Times have quite changed. Now it's all about short form content.
Yeah.
I just digitalized.
Yeah.
So we'll be in a game. We'll be playing games, and I'm like, hey, check your phone.
You get him dick pics? Like, people think it's funny. We think that it's still funny.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
it
still funny
doesn't-
to me. I still do that. I pixelized it. For
Yeah, it
him.
was. It's like censored it.
You came to Yes later. So what was that about?
Oh, I had a memory
You talking about what happened recently?
with a pillow.
Yeah,
Yeah, do you want me to say?
it's fine.
He peed on me.
You peed on him?
Yeah,
I crashed at his place,
and I was nice enough to give him my bed.
This guy
and I
has a
slept on the
twin size
floor.
bed. He's 36
Shut up,
years
shut up,
old,
shut up,
and
shut
he
up.
has a twin size bed.
Yes, I have a twin size bed.
So I got his bed. He was sleeping on the floor, and I guess in the middle of the night, I just stood up, pulled it out,
I thought that he was spilling a drink.
and just
so-
started peeing right next to him. And he sees me with my thing out, pissing right on his pillow, and he didn't wake me up. He didn't do anything. Apparently, I put it back, went back to bed.
Oh, it was like sleep
Oh,
peeing,
he doesn't
sleepwalking.
remember.
Question for everybody.
That's-
Do y'all know?
Sleep peeing.
I could see it. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, me neither. That's strange.
On
Does
his
that mean
pillow.
like, is that like, mean his house is littered with pee every night? Well,
hope
I mean,
not.
like, this is like a thing he does. Like, he pees and sleepwalks, and he doesn't know where he's peeing. Does he just have to find the puddle every morning?
I know it just happens to come to his clothing drawer, and that's where he peed the previous night.
There. Oh, litter box. Oh, shoot, the fucking drawer for spoons.
I think they're not being 100% honest. I think one of them was drunk.
Well,
Because that's happened to me. I've had a friend come into my room and pee on my clothes.
Really?
Well, super
What the
drunk, yeah.
hell? How drunk? What? I mean, how long ago was this?
It was probably like 5 years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. No, 5, 6 years
To
ago.
be fair, you have some interesting roommates over the years. So,
Oh yes.
okay.
Know who has the bigger dick?
Alden. He's very proud of it.
I'm
And he makes it abundantly clear.
I mean, I don't know what Grant's packing. I'm thinking 10 inches. Yeah. I stalled next to him, and I was like, oh, is there a snake on the floor?
I think he does.
No, I think he
Look at
does.
this man.
What is that supposed to mean? I'm not gonna say I think I have the bigger. I think he does, but
No.
This is an awkward conversation, I must say.
Yeah, it's definitely a very guy conversation
Does a guy? Have you ever talked about this with your guy friends?
about the size of their dick.
Yeah.
Mm,
Funny enough, it's never
No, most guys like to try to undersell the size.
undersell. Okay.
I think so. I
I'm
don't
10
know
and
for
a
sure.
half. What? We undersell.
Oh, yeah. I honestly don't know the actual size of any of my friends' dicks.
4 to 6 is fine.
Is enough.
I don't know about 4. I don't know. I think most women have said like 5 or 6 is perfectly fine.
That's what I've heard. Yeah, and usually around like
Once it gets
right
above
where
8,
they say average.
Yeah. I think I've heard like some women above 8, it becomes painful and not comfortable.
Yeah.
So
or they run out of the room.
right. There's a funny video of a woman with a tape measure explaining how like ridiculous like porn stars' penises are.
Oh, really?
Like,
I've
where
heard
is this
they're
gonna go?
actually
Where-
not as big as most people imagine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the average porn star size.
That's because most
Did you
porn
see
stars
it?
are white.
That's true. It doesn't account.
If they broke it down by racial category, I'm gonna say it's gonna be a little different.
It may be based on what I've seen.
All right.
He's always been so shy about it.
Who's got bigger dick energy?
Big dick energy.
You?
Yeah.
You might have the smaller dick.
Ew.
I'll take it.
Uh-oh.
Subscribe to Jubilee.
The next prompt is,
Oh, that was awkward.
I feel comfortable crying in front of my best friend.
Oh, what do you think they say?
Well, what do you say first? We got to answer this.
And they wouldn't want to cry in front of anyone, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't want to cry in front of anyone.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'd say no personally.
Yeah, I'd lean. I wouldn't feel totally uncomfortable. Well, maybe
Well-
I'm not sure.
Well, I think the whole point of crying is you're not comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. No
Like
one
I
wants to
don't think
cry.
my best friend would judge me harshly for it or anything. Like depending on what I'm crying about. Like if
I would hope so. Yeah.
if I have
right?
like exactly. If I don't know if I got divorced or if my like family member just died or something serious.
Yeah,
I do not think that you would judge me for it. So I think I would be comfortable, but I still wouldn't be comfortable about it. I just do it and I not worry that I'm gonna. Would you be uncomfortable if I was crying in front of you?
No.
No, I wouldn't.
If it was someone that I didn't know and they started like crying in front of me, I might feel uncomfortable.
I've had friends cry in front of me where it's very uncomfortable because I don't know you well enough for this. And I've had friends cry in front of me where like I did know them pretty well and I was like totally sympathetic.
Yeah, it would depend on the degree that you know them.
Right.
You know?
So
I think I've been in situations where I've had another guy or girl crying in front of me. I can't remember. Where I did feel uncomfortable, but
yeah.
I've had guys cry in front of me, and yeah, it was completely all right. You
Right.
know?
Make your split decisions in 3, 2, 1.
It's
Oh,
universal.
Get
Cool.
100%.
Yep. Oh,
Oh,
nice.
no.
No one feels
For the
uncomfortable.
most part, we're yes, but Trevor, you say no.
Whoa.
Yeah, so
God.
if there was anyone I was going to cry in front of, he'd probably be one of the few people I could. The problem is that like I've always had a real hard time showing emotion in front of people, just the way I've grown up, and I have this bad problem. I feel like I'm burdening people.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a good point.
Mm,
So that's why
Okay.
that's kind of how I felt like just in general. Like I don't feel comfortable crying. Period.
yeah.
So I see what he's saying.
I can understand, like, you don't want you to put that on someone, you
Right.
know.
I think the way the question's phrased is just wrong. I feel comfortable
Yeah, I think
crying in front of my best friend. Sounds like awkward, but I would say like maybe if it's I would feel comfortable
Okay.
crying in front of my best friend and to feel they wouldn't judge me for it. Maybe I don't
Okay.
know that. And there's a second part of the question I feel like it's missing.
Yeah, I think there just needs a little bit more context.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll cry right now in front of the camera. I don't care who I cry in front of. With Trevor, most of our conversations happen through online, like through like a voice chat or something. So we're never like face to face really when we're talking like that. But yeah, he doesn't really share a lot or get really emotional in front of anybody.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm pretty open with my feelings. This guy doesn't cry as much, I think.
I don't think I've ever
I
cried
don't
in
think
front
I
of you.
remember you ever crying in front of me, but I know he would if he needed to.
I haven't.
He
I'm a tough cookie.
is. He doesn't like to show his emotions.
Again, I just have to laugh. I don't. This guy doesn't strike me as honest.
You don't think some of them are being completely honest?
No, just specifically him. Everyone else is being honest. But
It's just the gay couple.
well, not
Or
the
the
couple.
baby.
That's the thing. They're just friends. They happen to be gay. But it's not even him. The tall guy seems fine. It's the guy with the dyed red hair or whatever in the earring.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem honest to me. Well, but I think maybe he was joking there. I'm a tough cookie. I don't know.
Maybe.
You think that was a
maybe.
joke?
I could see a little bit. Maybe he does see himself as tough, but he's still a cookie.
Jesus Christ. Because he's so sweet.
Yeah, and there you go. Yeah.
That's a good spin.
For both of you, do you sometimes wish that your best friend would be more emotional with you?
You want to see me cry?
I think for him, it's just like, I wish he would, just because for me, it helps. For me, it helps me when I'm feeling that way.
Oh.
And I feel like for him, it would help to just kind of let everything out.
Grant, Alden.
Well, I don't think either of us cry that much. Not because like we're like too like macho or whatever. Oh, my dad used to do this thing where he would yell at me when I was practicing violin, and he yelled at me more if I.
Is it? Okay, why don't you say it so I don't have to?
He must not have been playing violin very well.
No, I was thinking like, is it cliche that he's Asian and he was playing violin growing up?
Oh, I don't honestly know that many violin players. So.
Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah.
like because this has
One-
the sort of veneer of like kind of like tiger parents, Asian tiger parents.
Oh.
We make our kids do everything so that they're perfect. You know,
and then
have
they
to.
don't turn out perfect at all.
Most Asians do though.
Maybe they're doing something right.
Just because you know one or two Asians who aren't perfect doesn't mean that most are. You know, for goodness sake, that's racist.
Yeah, I mean, the one guy that I did know that played violin, I think, was adopted. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
violin's a tough instrument. If you had kids, would you make them try to learn an instrument? Or let's say would you
I
encourage
definitely
them?
would encourage it.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, I think like one thing that me and my wife have talked about is I definitely want them to learn an instrument. So does she. So I think at the very least they'll have piano lessons. I think.
Oh yeah, I think piano is definitely like the way to go because you learn a bit of everything with piano.
I've been told that if you learn piano, you can understand music theory in general.
Yeah, yeah. I wish I knew how to play piano, but I
Me too.
never felt my fingers were long or
I
big
don't
enough.
have I don't have the dexterity. I feel like you ever like think about the things that you wish you could have tried when you were a kid and practiced so you'd be better at today?
Piano and guitar, yeah.
Guitar Hero?
I never played. I didn't like it. Even I thought that was too dexterous for me.
Yeah, I wish I spent more time playing Guitar Hero so I could be better at it. I agree.
Yeah, I maybe like learning a language too, like when
Oh.
I was younger too.
Definitely. Like
Yeah,
I'm
Hmm.
doing pretty good with learning Spanish, but like I mean if I'd started when I was a kid, I'd be way better.
yeah. I
I mean,
mean, I'm
Moscow-
at that age where I don't feel like I'd ever be like a natural at it.
No, fortunately not.
Yeah.
I started crying. So I got like really good at like not crying, and I just haven't been able to cry since.
Yeah.
And I think that's just like I would totally cry for you.
Yeah.
You know, I don't even know the last time I cried in general.
Exactly.
Is not crying a skill you learn?
I think you can learn to like hold things back, especially if you have a very traumatic childhood.
Maybe. Wait, is being forced to learn the violin traumatic?
Maybe it was.
Maybe. But I don't know. I just the way he phrased it doesn't make much sense to me. Like I would say like someone who just doesn't naturally cry often is probably more of a personality trait than it is a skill.
Definitely can see it as like a personality thing, but
Yeah.
also I can see it the other way too, where you kind of train yourself to kind of be not so vulnerable.
Right. It could be learned behavior as well.
Yeah.
But, yeah. But even
I
like
mean-
even if it's like learned behavior, it still does, it seems like something that's not. When I think of skill, I think of something that you can do. Like you can like put yourself in the mindset and do something. Whereas like not crying to me just sounds like it's how you process emotions, and that just seems like it's like it's unconscious. You're not consciously doing it.
Yeah. I think you can consciously control your emotions.
Really?
I think so.
Interesting. I disagree. I don't. I think our emotions. If you could
I mean,
control
I
your
think you
consciously
can
control your emotions, they wouldn't be
responses to your
emotions.
emotions.
Yes, you
Yeah.
can control your responses for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we agree on that more. Because I feel like
yeah.
if we can control our emotions, then like why would we ever get angry or sad? I mean, that's I'd just be happy all the time if I could. Why wouldn't we?
Yeah. No, you're right. There is a kind of
Or jealous or horny.
or
Hey, horny slows you down.
okay.
Yeah,
I'll have to
like the
remember.
true like greats were like celibate. Isaac Newton, others.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
Yes.
I thought it was in another manner.
Yeah, if you become a coon brain, then you can't do anything.
Yeah, Isaac Newton,
Others.
others, yes.
Wait. James Buchanan. Probably one of the worst presidents ever, actually.
I think you're right. Yeah, it's generally considered one of the worst.
Right. Bachelor his entire life, though.
That's you think he was secretly gay?
That's what everyone says. Because he had a
Yeah,
really
yeah.
close male best friend. And he never married, so it's very possible he was gay, sure. I don't know,
Yeah.
though.
People talk about Clinton being, or not Clinton, Lincoln being gay.
Really? I've heard Obama
Yeah.
was gay.
I've heard that too.
Yeah. But I have never heard Lincoln was gay.
I've heard, yeah, there's some theories. I don't know how
Huh.
I don't know how true they are. There's,
That's-
I mean,
had
almost certainly
kids?
we've had a gay president, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, odds are, yeah, at least one.
Yeah.
Buchanan would probably be the best bet. All right.
That sounds like.
yeah.
I think maybe like either when my cousin died or my,
Oh yeah. I haven't cried since like 5th grade, I think.
which is crazy because he's like so sad. He's like one of the saddest guys I know.
Dude, I wish I would cry. Crying, I've heard like feels so good.
For the criers, does crying feel good?
Yeah.
Fixes everything.
It's much needed.
Would you agree with that? Crying feels good?
Oh yeah, it's always good to get it out, right?
I can't remember the last time I cried.
I
I'm not
usually tear up
saying, like-
during movies.
Listen, I'm not even trying to be like all macho. Like I can get choked up watching a movie. I can really empathize with what's going on, but I just never like actually tear up.
Are you talking about like?
Like I Am
Okay.
Legend when he kills the dog. One of the
Yeah,
saddest fucking scenes ever. His only
I
friend. I don't know.
think
But
I was watching Coda the last time I was like really kind of like getting choked up watching a movie.
Last movie I felt really choked up watching. Huh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I was on an airplane too, and I remember a lady like wanting to like get up to use like the restroom. I'm like, God.
Was it Leon the Professional?
No, no.
Because we watched that together.
No, not that movie.
Good movie. You know, interesting
I'd-
fact about
Hmm.
that movie, sorry to derail, is that the actor who plays Leon decided to play him as like kind of mentally handicapped.
Yeah, because of the whole dynamic.
It becomes really awkward the way that the girl like if he seemed like he was more mentally mature, it would
Yeah,
seem really
yeah.
creepy how he's with the little girl. Yeah.
Well, that kind of makes sense. Like he's just a trained killer living like a lonely kind of existence, right? So
Mhm. Yeah, and the movie's great. I mean, it's just that he made the choice. I just always like that fun fact because the movie reads a whole nother way if you think of him as like being this like normal grown man with a little
yeah,
girl.
exactly. Who's around this girl is being kind of coming of age.
Yeah. It's very awkward. Works though. Alright.
Yeah.
The next prompt is, we've had sex or been in love with the same person.
Ooh. What?
Well, I mean, we're answering the question, right? We've never had sex with
Uh,
the same person, obviously, but
no.
have you ever?
Been in love with the same person? No.
No.
I think you had a crush on one of my neighbors growing up.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you didn't
I
have a
never
crush
really
on her?
had a crush on her. No.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah. I don't. Maybe we've had the same.
It's not likely though. We spent too much time apart. We're in two different social circles, two different cities. So
Yeah, I don't think-
no, the only one I was thinking of probably would have been her.
Okay.
But if you're telling me that you never liked her, then it doesn't seem
No, we never really had a thing. I hung out with her like one time, but
all right.
Make your split decisions in 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
mostly no. Okay.
This is interesting. So you're standing on yes,
Oh,
but you're
shit.
standing on no.
Well, we like the same person in high school.
That's
right?
what I'm talking about.
No, but
I'm
like,
talking about high school. I'm talking
love
about
is a
Maria.
very strong
Love
word.
is a
okay?
strong, but you're in high school.
That's
love
true.
Yeah,
love
and like,
that's the one thing that like caused me to hesitate too. Love is a very strong word.
Yeah, exactly. Like love.
I
Really?
think I had a crush on her. I wouldn't like I liked her, but I wouldn't say I loved her.
I guess I did. I did have a good friend where I dated a girl freshman year in high school, and then 2 years later they were dating.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that was awkward a
Was it?
little bit.
Wait, did he?
I
did
think
he,
it was more for her than for me, and maybe for him.
Did he know that you had dated?
Oh
her?
yeah, they knew.
Did
yeah.
you still like have somewhat kind of unrequited feelings for her at all?
No.
So it didn't bother
Um,
you at all to see them like together.
It was more because we would like be hanging out together, me, her, and him, and he wanted me to be like more talkative, and I'm like,
That
I don't
seems
know. I'm not
weird.
really like friends with her. Like, yeah,
You ever seen the show Flight of the Conchords?
yeah.
There's a scene like there's one whole episode dedicated towards this one girl that they both dated, and then Jermaine, one of the two main characters, says to Brett, the other main character, "It won't be weird. It won't be weird. It won't be weird." And he says that for like 2 straight minutes, trying to convince him to come out to dinner with them. And then it cuts them at dinner. He's like, they're just all sitting in silence. He's like,
It's super awkward.
yeah, actually, he's like, now that I think about it, this is kind of weird. Just maybe, yeah, man, I'm gonna go. Of course, it's gonna be weird.
yeah. It's always a little awkward. It depends on how much time has passed, and especially being in high school, I think maybe it would be different now.
Yeah,
we were,
especially
like,
in high
with
school
adults.
because you probably convinced yourself more that those feelings meant something more than they actually did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so I may have been a cause for why they like broke up too.
Oh, okay.
You love a Pop Tart.
I don't know. I think I'm like, no, I did like her, and then And then Alden dated her, and they had a beautiful relationship. Now we hate her now. She made Alden sad.
We don't hate her. We don't hate her. No, she's lovely.
Oh, he
She
doesn't
just-
hate her.
It was
Yeah, that's
high-
weird.
It was a high school relationship.
Grant,
Hey, I don't mean to interrupt, but like, what you got to get to work at 3?
Yeah, I was gonna say at the wrap up pretty soon here.
Yeah, it's 2:15.
Oh.
You have 5 more minutes?
Yeah.
All right, let's keep
how
watching.
did that make you feel when Alden got together with the girl that you liked?
Obviously you ran it past me beforehand, and like to a certain extent, it's like I'm always happy for you, and I want the best for you, right? Sometimes like things that like your successes sometimes kind of make me feel bad about myself and like where I am at in my life, and not so much right now. But I think back then Alden had a very great high school experience, and I did.
Have you ever been jealous of a friend?
I could say so, yeah. I mean, it's gonna come up. But it's also awesome when you can like feel genuinely like proud with your friend,
Yeah.
Like it's definitely a different feeling, and especially when like you're younger too and you haven't had as much time to kind of like place yourself maybe.
Mhm.
So yeah, I don't think it ever affected any of my friendships, no.
I've probably been jealous of friends for sure from time to time. But like you're saying, it's never really affected things because it's a
Yeah.
fleeting emotion that you kind of get over and you still want what's best for your friend.
Yeah, you just have to like go through the emotion, which you can't control, and then like how to like process and respond to it.
Yeah. But you also should recognize it and understand how it may influence your actions too. Because you
Yeah,
may
yeah.
not be completely aware of why you're doing things you're doing. Maybe you could be passive aggressive towards the person, which is very common. Maybe not with friendships. I think girls do this a lot. I think for whatever reason, I feel like girls can't be friends as well as guys can.
Yeah, I feel you there. It definitely like
There's a cliche joke about women friendships and male friendships, but it's like women will cheer you up but secretly root for your downfall, while male friendships will shit on you while we're secretly rooting for your success.
yeah, that does seem kind of true, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because we're actively like trying to bring each other down.
It's how men bond is by
Yeah.
like shit talking each other.
Yeah, putting each other down.
It's funny. I think
There's
like
an art to it.
I think HR is the death of male friendship.
HR.
Yeah. Like when we talk about like one of the videos we were potentially going to react to is male loneliness. Is like, why do men not have as many friends as they used to? It's because HR. Like the way they police speech in the workplace, so you can't talk to people.
Well, that's very true. Yeah, it's
When,
like
like,
everything.
I work a blue collar job where people you could say whatever you want to each other. It's fucking alright.
Yeah, I
If I
mean,
was
I'm
working-
working in a situation too where
Well, your
we-
HR department is probably the most foul-mouthed person in the whole
we,
shop.
yeah, we call him head of rage.
Head of rage, right?
HR.
Exactly. So yeah, if you worked in an office that had an HR department, they'd be nannying you, policing. your-
Yeah. Where you kind of you feel more like you have to watch yourself a bit more.
Yeah. I think that's because women fundamentally don't understand male friendship.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's just like we're friends to kind of bring out the best in each other.
Yeah. Like
And I feel like women are friends to kind of help process their like emotions.
could be. Huh. All right. I know you
Yeah.
got to get going, so that's a good note to end on, if any.
That's my final thought.
All right. Okay. So my final thought is I've never seen your dick.
We can change that.
We can. Please, I don't want to, but it can be done.
No, you probably don't want to see it.
Oh no. Oh, it's because
Yes.
you're 11 and you're gonna make me jealous. Because I'm pretty satisfied with my 10 and a half.
Okay.
I'm just. All right.
Yeah,
that's good. For Tina
Right.
and Karen, do the tube. I am Karen.
This is Tina back for the rest of the year here.
All right. Stay safe, everyone, and stay hydrated. We love you.